So let's kick it off. Let's kick it off. I don't know who this is. And by the way, I have to premise this. I know there is a theme for the Met Gala every year. I'm not exactly sure what this year's theme was. What is it? Costume art. Places fashion on the same pedestal as fine art. Okay, I guess that's the theme. Costume art. Okay. No. In concert with the theme, the evening's dress code, Fashion is Art, asks attendees to serve as something of a blank canvas themselves. Okay. We're up to date. We're all up to date. So I love art. I can kind of see the idea of this, but it's weird. Yeah, it's a no for me. I don't know. I don't really see what's going on. I mean, the colors, the matching together, I get it. I get it. Based on someone who understands art, I get it. But yeah, that's a no for me. Paloma Alsasa, I love her. I love this dress. This reminds me of Manet's Water Lilies, or maybe even one of Renoir's paintings. Both are impressionist artists, in case you don't know. And I love Paloma Alsasa. So this is a yes for me. Like I said, I'm biased. Okay, Wisdom K. Just because I like Wisdom K, I'm going to give this a yes. That's why I'm accepting this. Because it's Wisdom K, I'm giving him a yes. Do I like this outfit? Yeah, it's okay. The balloon pants, yeah, all right. Nice shoes, his glasses. Yeah, Wisdom K is a hustler. So that's a yes for me. I don't know who this guy is, but this is okay. This reminds me of Kuji. It's an old school American brand that was probably big in like the late 90s. So yeah, this is interesting and cool. Reminds me of Kuji. Have no idea who this guy is. I'll give it a yes. Simple, clean, you can't go wrong with a good suit. Who's this? Tom Francis, no idea who he is either. Looks like a nice watch, like the pin. Yeah, let's go. That's a yes. Ooh, Nia Long, look at those jewels. Those look like emeralds. My second favorite gemstone. Beautiful dress. She looks beautiful and spectacular. You would not believe how old this woman is. So yeah, that's a yes for me. This looks like Kid Super. I'm pretty sure it's Kid Super. I had no idea who this guy is though. Miles Chamley Watson. Double barreled. He's got to be someone. But yeah, looks like Kid Super. I respect Kid Super. He's doing his thing. So good for him. But yeah, okay. It's Kid Super. Let's give it to him. That's a yes. So you see, Rihanna has been murdering the Met Gala for years now. At this point, it's kind of like, okay, yeah, we get it. You slayed. Okay, um, I get what's going on here. It reminds me of the Scream, the painting, but obviously she's not screaming. But yeah, I will give this. I'm gonna give this a yes, just because it's Rihanna. She does this every single year, so okay. At this point, we're okay with it. ASAP, his style is always exceptional. I kind of see what's going on here. It's kind of like a dressing gown, silk robe, smoking jacket slash tuxedo, nice jewelry, nice clutch, which is probably Chanel. Let's give him a yes, ASAP. Mr. Jacobs, again, simple tux, can't go wrong. White pants covering his shoes. Yeah, clean bow tie. It's Marc Jacobs. For his contribution to fashion, let's give him a yes. Miranda Kerr, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Miranda Kerr, old school Victoria's Secret model. Angel, should we even say? Lovely dress. Nothing out of the ordinary. I like it. I like it. The movement on this one. I like the movement. I like when movement can be captured in relief or in sculpture. I like that. Um, Reminds me of the sculptors from the Renaissance age, Bernini, people like this. So I love that. That's a big yes for me. That's my first big yes. Grace Ling. I don't know who you are, darling, but yes. Um, yeah. Again, something I've seen 1,000 times. That's a no from me. There's nothing there, literally and figuratively. I'm sure there is a point to this, but it does nothing for me. Who's that? Simone Ashley. Okay, wow. I'm getting Wizard of Oz, Bodicea slash Andre Leon Talley slash Dick Tracy. I don't know. You probably don't know who Dick Tracy is, but again, I'm showing my age. Yeah, that's a no from me. I don't know what's going on. There's too many things going on, and I also don't know what's going on. Um, yeah, I saw this on Instagram. I didn't like this. They remind me of tumors. These things on her shoulder. It reminds me of a tumor. I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, Cardi, for your contribution to music, we respect you, but I don't know. Yeah, this is a no for me. I'm sorry. It's a no. Um, I see what's going on here. This is musculature. Okay. Muscles. Okay, I get it. I understand. The beading, the bead work, that's solid work. That's solid work. Paired with some simple pants, nice shoes, boots, whatever they may be. Okay, let's give that a yes. I don't know who this is, but this looks like a Adam's Family get up. Again, I get it. I understand. I'm not sure what artist this is synonymous with. Nothing comes to mind immediately. But okay, maybe something, I don't know, abstract expressionism. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, that's a no from me. Beautiful. Who's this? Daisy Edgar Jones. Okay. Lovely dress. The earring with the leaf. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like this dress. Could be a wedding dress. Have no idea who did it. I'll have to go check that out later. That's cool. Um, yeah, that's a no from me. It looks cheap. That's why it's a no for me. It looks cheap. Obviously it isn't, but it looks cheap. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, Tessa Thompson is going to get a big yes from me. One, because I love Tessa Thompson, and two, because she's wearing my favorite color, Yves Klein blue. That's my blue, my favorite hue, the shade of blue. Some bars for you right there. I like what's going on with her hands here. It's like dipped in the dye. So that's a yes from me. Biased. She got a yes from me because of her and the color. This is that lady again. Rachel Semnot. Still a no from me, darling. Sorry. Ooh, who is this? I recognize her. Jasmine Tukes, I think. Jasmine Tukes. Wow, my memory. I remember that. Beautiful dress. Beautiful dress. Skin is flawless. 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 Wow. She looks amazing. She looks incredible. That's great. I love that. I like this. This is giving me Joan of Arc, uh, another Bodicea kind of vibe. Maybe looks like a character you'd see in a video game, like Final Fantasy or something. Maybe not Final Fantasy, but it looks like a video game character. I like this. Actually, this is interesting. Joan of Arc, powerful women. I'm all here for that. Who's this? Louisa Jacobson. No idea who she is. And this is Laura Harrier, if I believe. This is lovely. Looks like the dress is wet. That wet look. I like that. This is cool. Some interesting embroidery and beading. Could be diamonds. Who knows? Nice simple necklace. Makeup is clean. Yeah, I like this. This is clean. This is good. I like that. Um, yeah, that's a no from me. Who's that? Iman Haman. Yeah, that's a no from me. Don't like that. And it's not because of the red. It just looks frumpy to me, and I can't make a connection between this and art. But okay, I'm sure you could. I'm sure you could. But I'm not going to work that hard for it. Yeah, this is a hard no. I understand the beading and the embroidery, but still, yeah, I don't like that. Loic Gomez. This is nice. A lot of flourish going on, all black with the crystals, the embroidery. I like that. A lot of man hours went into that. There's someone in the background here holding a doll that's a mini version of herself. I wonder who that is if I'm going to get to that. That's a yes for me, by the way. Ning Ning. You got a yes for me. Who's this? Maria Zardoya. This is in between. Over here, in between, like at her hip, I don't know what this is. It looks weird. I know it's the point to look weird, but it's a no from me. I also don't like her makeup. Something about those eyebrows is giving me PTSD from early 90s. um, what's his name? I forgot his name. Jack Harlow. Yeah. For your contribution to music, I'm gonna give him a yes. And because of the width of his pants, because I like wide pants. So I'm gonna give him a yes. Lovely. Lovely. Simple, nice. Who's that? Maud Apatow. That's Judd Apatow's wife or daughter? I'm assuming daughter. Yeah, okay. Oh, I see Sierra in back. That's Sierra. Interesting. Steph and his wife, Aisha Curry. The Currys. Okay, so you see, you know when you take your hoodie off and you don't fully take it off and it goes by your arms, it hangs like this by your arms. And then he has the hoodie on top. So that's what I'm seeing. So I like that combination. The fact that they complete each other. Oh, isn't that sweet? They complete each other. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like that couple look. That's a yes for me. Beyonce, the Queen of Texas. Okay, I get it. Bone structure. Again, same point as Rihanna. It's like every year now we get this thing. Wherever she goes, it's always something. Whether it's Tina Knowles or a designer, it's always something. So for that reason, for your contribution to fashion, we'll just give her a yes. Yes, Blue Ivy. Let's go. Let's go, Blue Ivy. Okay. Wow. That just shows me how old I am. The fact that I remember this girl when she was little, small, a girl that was they were hiding her from the world. And now she's attending the Met Gala. Wow. Time flies. Time waits for no one. Okay. This is my second love of the Met Gala. Yeah. Tiana Taylor. And I love this because of the reference to Grace Jones. I think it's either an album cover, a photo shoot that was done by Jürgen Teller, or not Stephen Meisel, not Jürgen Teller, another photographer, either one of those two, or maybe it's actually Alaya, a photo shoot for Alaya, but there is a photo, there is an image of Grace Jones wearing something similar to this. Also giving me Tina Turner vibes. So because of those two references, that's a yes from me. And also I love Tiana Taylor. That's a yes from me. Okay, who's this guy? Jafar Jackson. Okay. This is the guy who played Michael's nephew. For doing such a good job in that movie, let's give him a yes. Oh, nice shoes. Probably Chanel also. This is nice. Nothing spectacular out of the ordinary. And you know me, I like that. Layla Moss. Is she related to Kate Moss? Is that Kate Moss's daughter? I don't see Kate Moss on her face. Probably not. I don't think Kate Moss' daughter would look this old. But anyway, I don't know. But dress is nice. I'll give it a yes. Madonna, for your contribution to music, I really want to give you a yes, but I'm going to give it a no. Sorry, darling. Even though your contribution to music and pop culture is nearly unmatched, it's going to be a no from me. Ooh, the big homie, S. Carter, Ghost Rider, Jay-Z. Let's give him a yes. That watch is $2.5 million. Patek Philippe, some grand complication. So because it's Jay-Z, let's give him a yes. For his contributions to everything. This is, again, someone I know. Who do I know? What is her name? What is her name? Alexa Chung? Alexa Chung? Yes, Alexa Chung. Water Lilies by Manet. That's the vibe I'm getting. So let's give her a yes. Alexa Chung, we love her. Okay, so I love flowers. I love when flowers or floral things in general are placed on clothes. I love that. Maybe I get it from my mum. I don't know, but I love flowers. However, the placing of the flowers around her bust, I think, could have been done better. Ever so slightly lower. Maybe that's how it was. And then this is just droppage from movement, but I probably don't think so. I think the placement could have been more flattering than this. Am I going to give her a yes? It's a nice shade of blue, though. It's like a petrol blue. She has nice hair. She has nice eyes. Let's give her a yes. Okay. You twist my arms. Ayo Edebiri. Love Ayo. Is this just Chanel? Maybe it is. But she looks fantastic. Gorgeous, simple, beautiful. Love it. Simple, clean. Done. That's a big yes from me. I don't know who this is. Gold dress. Okay. Tate McRae. Ah, that's a nice name. Tate McRae. Sounds good. Easy on the tongue. But I'll give this a no. I don't know. I'm bored. I'm bored of it already. Blake Lively. Blake Lively is the Cinderella princess. That's the vibe she gives me. So she always looks like that to me. When I see Blake Lively, I think of Cinderella. And that's what I'm seeing now. So let's give her a yes. Blake Lively. Um, I don't know who these guys are. I like his blazer. I like his jacket. The the embroidery done on the top in the V shape on the lapel, on the arms. Her dress looks nice. Mondo Duplantis and Desire Iglanda. Her name is probably Desiree, but I'm saying Desire because I refuse to be coerced into saying words incorrectly. Um, yes, C error. And who's this again? Russell Wilson. My bad. Sorry, bro. I don't like his shoes. I don't like his shoes, but I get why he had to wear them. And the outfit makes him look short, but he's not. Like the length, yeah, he's not short. Because Ciara's obviously wearing heels and he's like next to him. He's an NFL player. So yeah. I don't like this. But I like them. So what do I pick? You know what? I'm a humanitarian. Let's give him a yes. Ooh, this is my first yes from the guys. Who is this? Danny Ramirez. Danny Ramirez, you killed it, my bro. Clean suit. Clean suit. Yeah, okay. That's a yes from me. The momager. And I'm assuming this is Chloe in the background. Pretty sure. I don't know what I feel about this. The momager is the momager, but I'm gonna give her a no. Sorry, Chris. Russell Westbrook. He's wearing my color. I like his vibe in general as a person from what I see on online. Obviously, I don't know him. So I'm gonna give him a yes. Benicio. Looking like an old man. Let's give Benicio a yes because of his contribution to pop culture and the fact that he wore Zara at the Super Bowl. So yes, let's give him a yes. Tyler, right? Tyler. Like her music. This is giving me Little Mermaid vibes. Don't like those shoes at all. The jewels look good. I'm gonna give her a no. I'm sorry. Who is this? Kiki Palmer? My goodness, she's lost a lot of weight. Now, even though I don't like red, this is a beautiful shade of red. It's a rich shade of red. So, and I like this dress with the hair, with the jewels, with the makeup, with the shoes, with the body. Yeah, let's give it a yes. Let's give it a yes. This is Zach Posen because I know who that is. Yeah. Um, this jacket looks like it's made of bronze, which is cool in itself. But I'm gonna give it a Zach Posen. Let's give him a yes. He knows what he's doing. Romeo Beckham. Yes. Because your father is David Beckham, we're gonna give you a yes. And I like this blaze, this suit with the leather lapels. Yeah. Let's give him a yes. It's a good looking chap. Stella McCartney. Used to be one of my favorite designers. Love her. This is Greta Gerwig. Yes, it is, Charles. It is. So because it's Stella McCartney, because of her contribution to fashion, I'm going to give her a yes. Dochi? Dochi. Love, 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 love this color. Love this color. This might be my top 5 favorite colors. This exact hue of purple, aubergine. Love it. The dress, yeah, whatever. It's barely there, literally and figuratively. I kind of see what's going on. Good for her, I guess. I don't love it. Am I going to give her a yes? I love that color a lot. Yeah, I'll give it a yes because I love the color a lot. Kendall Jenner. Yeah. Again, another wet look. I saw a video of her walking out of the hotel, the Mark or the Bowery, whatever the hotel's called in New York where they all stay for the Met Gala. I saw her walking out of the hotel wearing this and moving with ease. And I love that. So that's why I love this because it looked realistic, you know? So yeah, Kendall, I give you a yes. From the waist down, I like this. From the waist up, I don't like it. Whoever that is in the background is going to get a big yes from me. I don't know who that is, but she's going to get a big yes from me. Love the sequins. Looks like fish scales. Simple but effective. Jenny, you're going to get a yes. Rosie, Rosie, Rosie. You know what? It's Rosie. Let's give her a yes. Beautiful shade of brown. Nice bustier. Corsetry. The embroidery done here is obviously very serious. The jewels are going crazy. Let's give her a yes. Yes. Okay. I love this. This reminds me of Picasso. Chase Infinity. What a name. Chase Infinity. What a name. Yeah, that's a big yes from me. Why does she look so familiar? I recognize that face. I don't know. I can't remember the name. Nice dress. I guess it's okay. Amelia Gray. Okay, Amelia Gray. Still don't know what she does, but okay. Yeah, nice. Okay, I get it. It's good. It's a yes from me. Yeah, that's a big, huge no. Who's that? Hudson Williams. Big no. Gold, I'm not a big fan of. Oh yeah, no, that's what killed it. Yeah, no, that's a no from me. I don't like that. Babyface? Yeah, Babyface. Because of your contribution to music, Mr. Babyface, we're gonna give you a yes. Carly Kloss, the Panther, who can do no wrong. Beautiful dress. If you see this woman walk on the catwalk, it's dream. It's a dream to watch, you know. She glides. She doesn't walk, she glides. So yeah, Carly's gonna get a yes from me. Well, this is obviously gonna get a yes. She's beautiful, but this is my favorite flower. It's an orchid. Natasha Poonwala. Yep, you're gonna get a yes from me. I recognize her face. Grecian vibe from the dress with the sandals. Okay, I wasn't wrong. Okay, Elizabeth Debicki. Let's give her a yes. I like the dress, but the thing on the eyes. Who's that painting by? Is it Goya? Is it Goya? I feel like it might be Goya or Delacroix or Degas. No, not Degas. It might be Goya, where there is a painting of a woman and her eyes are covered by a red scarf, who's supposed to be justice, I guess, blind justice. I wonder if you know who that is, if you know what painting that is, you're tapped in. But I think it might be Goya. It's either Goya or Delacroix. I can't remember. But yeah, is that a yes for me? You know what? If that is a reference to Goya, it's a yes. This is better. The dollar bill glasses. I like that. That's interesting. Make a statement. Nice tulle dress, Sarah Paulson. Gray. Okay, that's a yes. I mean, it's Cheer. So for her contribution to music and pop culture, let's give her a yes. Kate Moss can do no wrong. So we're obviously going to give her a yes. Simple dress. Kate Moss. If Kate Moss is not your event, I remember when Kate came out, I think she opened for Bottega Veneta when Matthew Blazy took over. I think she opened for him because I used to have that picture as my like screensaver for like months and months and months. I actually still have the email that I received from Vogue talking about Matthew Blaze's first show at Bottega, because every single look from that show was propane, actual jet fuel. So anyway, I digress. Kate Moss, that's a yes from me. I recognize her, but I don't know her name. Coco Jones. That's beautiful. That's lovely. You know what? This is great. Anokiai. This is very good. Okay, this is another big yes from me. She looks spectacular. Spectacular. Love that. I want to switch over to this one. This is the AMVCA Celebrity Red Carpet Looks of the Night. It's the Africa Magic Video, what? Africa Magic something, something. Africa Magic Viewers Choice Awards. Yeah, that's what it is. So let's have a look at them. Okay. Spectacular. Like the artistry, the creativity. Boom. Again, see that movement over her head, the movement down over here. Boom. By the way, these are not AI, just for you to know. Okay, very traditional, but let's give him that. The cathedral dress, crazy, Gothic cathedral. Love Gothic cathedrals. So that's a yes. This guy looks like Blade. Not sure if I'm going to give him a yes. This is beautiful. Artistry. Love it. More artistry. Look at this movement here. Wow. Love the movement. Love the movement. Embroidery. Interesting. This is like out of this world. Out of this world. Incredible. Yeah, this is next level. Love this. Love this. Love this. Love this. So you see, the reason why I wanted to go through this is because a friend of mine, shout out to you, Tina, even if you don't see this, she asked me about these looks, and she was like, look, these AMVCAs are generating heat. How is this not at the Met Gala? How are these designers not designing for the Met Gala? And it's very simple, you know. The fashion industry runs on one thing and one thing only. It's a business. And like any business, where is the revenue? Can it be scaled? Is there profitability? All of these things, if they're not present, doesn't matter how creative. And look, I am going to be the number one champion for creativity. But at the same time, I live in this world and I know that we need business. Business has to exist. It doesn't matter how good the idea is. If it's not a viable business, it might as well be nothing. It's unimportant. And so, in order for the fashion industry to take note of what's happening in Nigeria with these designers, they're going to ask themselves questions. Okay, this guy is creative. He made this cathedral dress. What else does he do? Does he make clothes? Is he a designer? Okay, he is. Do his designs sell? And if they do sell, who buys them? Research is done. I'm going to be kind and say 75% of the population of Nigeria could not afford to, well, probably live below the poverty line. I'm going to say that 75, 80% of them could not afford any of the things that that guy would make because of how much it cost him to make it. So if that's the case, who is he selling to? He's selling to the ultra wealthy who, if placed with a decision, do you get a dress from Dior and pay $150,000 and maybe Vogue or GQ or Marie Claire or someone is going to reach out to you and say, oh, we love that dress. We'd like to feature you. Or do you go with the guy who made the cathedral dress, who obviously is maybe 100 times more creative than anything that you'll ever see in Dior, but no one's going to see unless you're super famous. So they see it because you're super famous, not because of the dress. What are you going to choose? Now, the people who have this money in my country and who spend this kind of money on a dress, 150K USD, they do that because they want to be seen. That's why. They're not doing it just because they love what uh, Christian Dior represented or what Coco Chanel meant. No, if they tell you that, they're lying. They don't care. They want people to see it. So if these things are not present, there is no client base, there is no market, then why are these big brands or big companies going to come to Nigeria or to come to Africa to get these designers? Because let's face it, if you take the designer out of Africa and you take them to Europe or America, they no longer become Nigerian designers. You're just a designer that's Nigerian. You get me? So, in order for this to work at the level that it is at the Met, we need an institute. We need a foundation, kind of like the LVMH Foundation. So, the reason why LVMH Foundation works and the reason why it works so well and they have all these finalists and everything is because when you find these creatives and you nurture and you grow and you help them improve and you give them the infrastructure and the funds necessary to grow, guess what happens in 5 to 10 years? They circle back around and come to work for one of the houses that you already own. That's why they do it. So, in order for us, when I say us, I mean Africans, to have anything similar or any kind of notoriety, the same way the Met Gala has, we have to have our own institute. And in order for the institute to make sense, we need our own LVMH. To be honest with you, this is a dream that my sister and I have shared for a very long time. Um, I have it written somewhere, maybe at the age of 20 something, I wrote somewhere that I want to have my own LVMH. I want to be the first person to have an African led, African owned holding company in the fashion industry. And I want to have on in my group brands, designers, or whatever it is that are led and run and owned by Africans. They don't need to be from Africa because I understand the problems and the barriers to entry that exist within these countries in Africa. I get it. The infrastructure, the poverty, I get it. So, however, all those things do not take away from a person's creativity. They might dull it for a while, it might numb it for a while, but if nurtured and if mentored in the right way, the growth is astronomical. It would reach the zenith of any industry. If you find an African or even a Nigerian outside in diaspora, in any other part of the world, in any other industry, they are doing incredible things. The guy who owns, doesn't own it anymore because he bought it and sold it, Gatwick, Nigerian. Me and my best friend were just talking about it the other day. This guy sold his company to BlackRock for $2.5 billion. He's Nigerian. Nigerian person bought Gatwick Airport and a bunch of other stuff. So, in order for us to do this in Africa, we need an institute. We can't call Aliko Dangote to invest $500 million in this industry because at the end of the day, there is no circle back for him. He's not in fashion, he's not in retail. So there is no benefit to him to put this money in. So no one, no company is just going to show up in Africa and go, okay, guys, here is an institute, here is a foundation. I'm going to give $500,000 to 10 finalists 3 times every year We're going to nurture you. We're going to grow you. Why? Just because I feel like doing it. No, no one does this stuff for nothing. These institutes and these foundations, they're meant to help foster creativity, nurture it, grow it, develop it. And at the end of the day, it's supposed to circle back around to fuel an organization, to fuel an industry. If that industry that you're trying to fuel is broken, then there is no point. So, like I said, this is something that I'm very passionate about, is having a holding group that holds fashion brands. They don't have to be luxury, but brands in general, and also to have some sort of a foundation, an institute where art and culture and sculpture is shared with people in Africa in general. And it doesn't always have to be African art or African sculpture or African brands. It could be things from the West, it could be things from the East that we bring there so that the people in our continent are aware and exposed to the same things that everyone else in the West is exposed to. Not because they're better or smarter. In most cases, we are better and smarter, in most cases. But because we should see these things. I want kids or children from where I'm from to learn about Shakespeare. I want them to learn about Manet. I want them to know about Caravaggio. I want them to be exposed to a Bernini sculpture. Where I live in the Middle East, we have the Louvre. We're going to get a Guggenheim soon. When you go to the Louvre, it's not full of Arabic art. No, everything's there. There are Mondrians there. There are Clees there. There are Picassos there. But none of these people are from the Middle East. But they want to show their people the world, and they're using their resources in the right way to do it. That's what I want to do. And that's what someone's got to do. But actually, it can't just be one person. It's got to be a bunch of people to come together to make this thing real. So I wanted to talk about this because I believe that creativity and having a creative flair is great. Having a great idea is fantastic. Having a great product is fantastic. But if it's not viable in a business sense, it is pointless. Whatever it is that you're doing, whatever creative pursuit or creative endeavor you choose to embark on, if it does not have a basis rooted in profitability, in scalability, if it's not business focused and business minded and designed to grow, then you are wasting your time and you're wasting everyone else's time who's involved in the same thing with you. As always, I don't make the rules, I only enforce them. Thank you so much for tuning in. And this was a long episode. And if you stayed all the way to the end, I appreciate you. Peace.